Welcome to iSmart, beginners level technical training program organized by the Department of Computer Science in association with IQAC. This is episode number 2 and today we are going to discuss about PowerPoint, and this is the part 2 video. In our previous part, we have discussed some important features that are coming under the home session of PowerPoint, and some important shortcut keys like Control C, Control A, Control Z, like that, and also about snipping tool. So today we are discussing about the controls coming under the Insert tab. So let's start. To insert, this is a table. To insert a table, click this table and select the rows and columns we want, and this is our table. Our table is ready. Then we can type anything onto this table, and to move on to the next column, just press tab key. Okay, using tab key we can simply move on to the next column. Many options are there for changing the colors, giving borders, about shading, border thickness, etc. We can try all that. Then to insert a picture. For inserting a picture, it's very easy with our snipping tool. We know that just snip that a portion and just Control V over here. But we can PowerPoint provides a control for adding pictures, that is this pictures icon. By click the icon, and we can select this device or online pictures, and when we click this device, it will be redirected to our folders, and from that folder we can select any pictures. Okay. Another one is 3D models. Okay, you should definitely try this 3D models icon. Click the 3D models icon. From there we can select stock 3D models, and these are stored in this PowerPoint cloud. So you should have a proper internet connection for doing this. Many categories are available, and while clicking this chemistry, or we can click this anatomy, and we can select any of this and press insert. The picture, that 3D model, will be inserted. It will take some time, and the model got inserted, and this is the model. We can change the directions like this. We can import any other 3D models. There are many models for chemistry, anatomy. Many of these models are available. And one more thing, I have used in this slide, I have used a 3D model over here. This eye is a 3D model. I just searched for this eye, and we can get many types of eye. This letters are available in 3D. So this one is quite interesting, right? So this is about inserting a 3D models. Then we can insert charts. Okay. We can select the type of the chart, whether it is a line chart or a pie chart, or we need a bar chart. We can select the chart type, and we can insert the chart. And what we want to do is just type the values, and automatically it will be converted into a chart model. So this is the pie chart, and along with that chart we can see an Excel file, and all we have to do is just change the values of this. We can add the quarters, and we can add the values. According to that, this pie chart will change. Okay. And this is about pie chart. And next is how to create links in this PowerPoint, clickable links in this PowerPoint. For that, suppose I want to make this text as a link. For that, select that text, and here is an option called link. Click that link, and this is the text to display, and here we can type the address. So I am typing www.google.com. Okay. So this text is converted to a link. We can follow the link by pressing Control plus click, means pressing the Control button, then clicking on this link. We can move to the source, address of this link. Okay, here the address is google.com. This is how we can add a link. Next important one is header and footer and page number. Here you can see a page number for all the slides. We can add this page number, or we can add a footer, or we can add a header using this. Here we can click on the slide. When we click on the slide number, it will appear, and when we click on the footer and type something, this will be appeared as the footer session to all. And here one more option is the don't show on title slide. When we click on this, the title on the title slide, this header and footer or page number will not appear. Okay, then I am clicking apply to all. So this content, so we can see the footer over here, and this is the page number, and when we create another slide, in that slide also this header and footer and page number will be there. Okay, next one is word art. Here add some artistic flair to your document using this word art. So click on this word art. There are many options are there, especially this can be used for making our title slide more beautiful. Here I can select any of this available options. So I'm selecting this one, and I can type the content. So I'm typing like iSmart. This is the content, and there are many shape styles are there available. Many shape styles are available. We can select any one of them, and so many options are there. Okay. Text effects are there. Text outline is there. We can add a 3D rotation or anything. So many options are there. Just go through that. Okay. And here also there is an option called bring forward and bring send backward option. So we can use that option too. We can add a shadow effect. All that. So this is about word art. Then okay, we can also embed videos and audios onto this PowerPoint presentation using these links. This is about the insert session. Next is design. Here we can find various designs, and we can select any of them. At any time we can change the design. At the beginning we are selecting one particular design and start doing our slide presentations, and at any time we can change this slides. Then one more thing, when we are doing when taking online classes, and for that when we are creating PPTs, always select this kinds of plain presentations, and do not opt for dark backgrounds like this. Always opt this type of light background. Okay, and one more thing is here slide size. We can see two types of slide sizes are there. The standard size is 4:3. So this is the standard type of slide size. Okay, but now we are using this widescreen mode and 16:9. When we are creating this slide presentation for YouTube only support the 16:9 ratio. Okay, so try to use this slide size, and this is somewhat bigger slide. Okay, so this is about slide size. The next is the transitions. As you can see in our presentation, there are some transitions we are using. So for that, select the slides. Okay, we know there are some shortcut keys. For selecting all, we can select, just click on them and select Control plus A, Control key plus A key. Then there are many transitions that are available, something like random bars. Okay, so then there are split screen. Then for making presentation, for showing the slideshow, here we can see this one. This icon is for slideshow, or also here this there is another icon, and this icon, when we click on this icon, the slide presentation will start from the beginning, and we click on this icon from our current screen. So this is the transition we have given. Okay. And this is about the transitions, and we can add even sound to the transition. We can set the duration, and I'm using on mouse click. When I click on the mouse, the transition, the slides changes. Okay, next is the animation. So we can add animations to all the objects. And one more thing, I'm selecting some bullets and adding some contents. Okay, when our window always use simple sentences and points in our slides, but when the contents are larger, when the screen is full, we can use this animation. So when this contents will appear as line by line, then it will be more pleasing. um, I'll show you that. So this is our contents. Then we can add the animation line by line. For that, click here after the bullets. Okay, click after the bullets, select animation, and we can select any of them like fade, fly. Simple animation is appear and fade are the simplest animation, so I'm using this fade animation. So this will appear as line by line. So for that, we don't want to select each one and apply the animation. Just click on any word after the bullets, then apply the fade or appear button. Then this presentation will be like this. So initially it won't show anything. When we click mouse, then one by one, each will appear as one by one. Okay, this is animation, and so many animations are there. When we need to change the animation order or something, here there is an animation pane, and in the animation pane we can change the animations, and we can see all that animations that we have added, and we can change the order of that animations like that. Okay, and here also we can set the timing, or we can start on click. Next is slideshow. So many options are there, from beginning, current slide, and even we can record the slideshow. Okay, but that are advanced option. We are not going on to that. Then this is not needed. If we want to type, there is a slide master. Okay, if we want to add something like watermark or something, or if we want to add a particular style to all the slides, then we can use this slide master. Okay, in this slide master we can edit the master slide. This is for editing master title slide, and this is for editing the normal all the slides. So I'm going to edit a content slide. Okay, this is a content slide. So I'm going to add a watermark to it. For that, I am inserting a picture. I can insert a picture from this device. Okay, I'm just selecting this picture. Okay. Oh, sorry, that was a shortcut. I'm selecting this picture. So the picture is inserted. Then the same this picture will be appeared on all the slides. So this can be we can use this type of picture as watermark, and we can change the color and layout of those picture. There are many effects. There are many corrections, and we can use any of them. Like many effects are there. Then this is about slide master. Okay, in this slide master, we can make changes that is applicable to all the slides. We can change the font size, font type here, font type to Times New Roman. We can change the font type, and we can change the size, and all these things will be applied to all the slides. Okay, we can after we can close this master view. So let's see here, the title is Times New Roman, and here also the title is Times New Roman, and in both the slides we can see the background or watermark image as. When we create a new slide, here also the same effects are applied. So all this happen from this view. We can take slide master. Okay, um, Slide master. From the slide master, common changes can be made. Okay. Now, the last topic in this PowerPoint presentation is how to present the video. Okay. So this is the slideshow. In the slideshow, wait, let me take another slide. Okay. In this slide, you can see this is a watermark, and I have taken the slide master and added a picture and how this watermark was made. Then I've given animations for every point. So this all the point. The points are coming one by one. Then here there are some controls. Okay. Using this control, we can make our presentation better. We can take laser pointer. Okay, we can take laser pointer for reading each line. Next, another thing is there is a highlighter. Okay, there is a highlighter, and select the highlighter, and there are different colors. We can select any color, and if we need to highlight any areas, we can simply use this. Okay, what is a string? So a string of characters. Then there is another function called pen. So we can write small terms or small calculations or anything, small pictures using this pen. Using the mouse or the touchpad in laptop, we can easily do that. Or in our mobile phone also, it's very easy to do that. So we can draw any figure, draw any picture using this pen. Okay. So these are the controls available while we are presenting the PowerPoint. Okay, so try to use this laser pointer to focus on the points, and we can use highlighter to highlight the points, and also use this pen for writing small writings and drawing pictures. Okay. Um, when we are exiting this PowerPoint, when we press Escape button, they will ask whether to keep this annotations or discard. So we can click discard. So there won't be any annotations here. Okay. So far we have discussed so many controls that are available in PowerPoint, and some simple tips and tricks that can be applied while creating a slideshow. Hope the concepts are clear. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.